Hey guys, we're going to go over Adobe Draw really quick to work on transforming Van Gogh paintings. So I'm going to go ahead and open the app here and I'm going to start a new project. So the bottom right hand side is that orange plus symbol. Go ahead and open that. I'm going to select iPad landscape and here I have a new project. So what I want to do is just let you know on the left hand side you have different brushes. They're different shapes. These bottom ones are kind of calligraphy brushes, a blunt brush, a round brush, and a chisel brush. Your eraser is at the very bottom. You can see like the colors are already kind of selected there, and they each look a little bit different. So you can just kind of quickly play with them to check them out. I'm gonna just undo that really quick with my back arrow. On the right hand side, we have our layers. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit the plus sign so that I can select the Van Gogh painting that I chose for this project. So I saved it to my camera roll, which is what you guys should do when you choose yours. I'm gonna go to on my iPad in my photos, and there is Van Gogh sunflowers. So I'm gonna enlarge it by pinching with my fingers and pulling out. I'm gonna hit done. And then I'm going to go ahead and move this layer down. So I'm gonna click, hold, and drag it below the draw layer. Now something fun that you can do, and this is really helpful with reference images, is I'm gonna click on that image layer again, and you're gonna see opacity. So I'm gonna turn this opacity down so that I can see the image but also see my drawing really well. So I'm gonna click there, and now to the top draw layer. My plan to get started is to just quickly kind of outline the shapes, do a contour sketch really quickly. And I'm going to choose the chisel brush for that because I like it a lot. I'm gonna pick like a really mid-tone yellow. It's going to be at full capacity, so 100 is where I'm at. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller, okay? And I'm just going to do this really, really quickly. I'm just going to kind of plot out where the flowers go. So this is just a kind of mapping of where I'm going to place everything. So I'm just really blocking out the different flowers. This is not perfect by any means, but it helps me get started. I'm gonna go ahead and outline the vase as well. Okay, kind of mark in that flower there. Okay. So I just kind of plotted where things are. So I'm going to go ahead, oh, I don't want to forget the horizon line here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add another layer. So I'm likely not going to keep that layer. It's just going to be a little reference for me. So new draw layer. I'm going to pinch and zoom and start with this flower here. What I need to make sure I did was close these shapes so that I can fill them. So I'm going to bop back to my draw layer. I'm going to close off this circle because I want to fill them with a solid color that I'm then going to layer on top of. So I'm going to close these out. Okay, and now I'm going to go back to this new draw layer. I want this to be really different from Van Gogh, so I'm going to choose purple. Whoa. Let's see what happened there. Oh, I need to go back to my draw layer. Sorry guys, to fill that in. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that. My mistake. With that purple, I'm going to go ahead and actually click that exterior line, and it's going to turn them purple as well. And now I'm going to choose a darker purple for the middle, and I'm going to go ahead and change that line too. So now I just have an overall purple flower, and I'm going to start layering this dark on top of the light. So one of the cool things about drawing on the iPad is it's super graphic. And what's cool about these brushes is we have this very strong line quality, which Van Gogh was an impressionist painter, and he also used lots of line, lots of movement in his paintings. So I feel like it goes really, really well together for this project that we're working on. So I'm just gonna layer up with different colors, creating some depth. I can also start to create some texture in here. You can zoom in as much as you want, kind of giving it that speckly look that we see with sunflowers. I can give it some highlights too. And I can also grab my eraser, and I'm going to see what size it is. I'm going to make it kind of small, and I can go in. That was a little bit too big. I'm going to go in and kind of cut away at this outside shape as well. So you might like that, you might not like that. It's looking a little funky. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom out and see what I think of it now. So pretty cool. When I get closer to the next flower, I might choose a purple that's close, but a little bit different. So I'm going to change it just subtly so there's some contrast around, and I'm going to layer again with these different purples. So I really want you to spend today playing with these brushes, playing with layering, and getting a feel for it. It's going to be a lot of trial and error, which is great. I do not expect by any means anyone to be totally rock stars at this right when you get started. So don't feel like you are going to have this perfect on the first try. As some of you know, drawing on the iPad is not actually like my forte. So it's really fun for me to push myself as well and try something that I don't do that often. So the program is new for me, and I know it will be new for some of you. Some of you also do a lot of drawing on the iPad, but don't let that make you feel like you're not ready. We're all ready. So what you'll do after you play around a little bit, give it about half an hour, and then screenshot what you have at the end of today, and go ahead and upload that so we can check out the progress that you have made. All right, as always, let me know if you have any questions or concerns.